What if everything you've been told about getting healthy is wrong? What if all the diets, all the routines, all the promises were just distractions from the truth? The truth is, we've all been searching for the magic formula, the one thing that will change everything. But the harsh reality is, there's no miracle pill, no shortcut. But here's the kicker: you don't need one. Too often, we fall for the illusion that health is about something extraordinary, something we can't reach. We look at the latest fad diets, the extreme workout routines, and we think, this is it. But deep down, we know that's not sustainable. What if I told you the key to true health is simpler than that? What if it's about understanding what your body truly needs and giving it the care it deserves every single day? Your body is powerful, more powerful than you realize. But for most of us, we've been caught up in a cycle of confusion and frustration, always chasing the next best thing. To fit, we're bombarded with endless tips, tricks, and hacks that promise instant results, but none of them seem to stick. Why is that? Because they're temporary. They're the quick fixes that sell us the fantasy of effortless transformation. You know what's even more unbelievable? That the simple, everyday actions you take can have a far bigger impact than any one-size-fits-all miracle cure. It's not about one dramatic change. It's about building a lifestyle, a mindset that honors your body's needs. When you understand this, everything else falls into place, and suddenly you begin to see results in ways you never expected. Think about it. How many times have you tried to lose weight or gain muscle and felt disappointed because you didn't see instant results? How many times have you signed up for that gym membership, bought the latest fitness gadget, or tried a new superfood that was supposed to be the key, but in the end it felt like you were just spinning your wheels? It's not your fault. We've all been conditioned to expect immediate change. But here's what they don't tell you. True health isn't about what you can do in one day. It's about what you do consistently, day in and day out. And when you start focusing on those small, consistent actions, the little things that actually nurture your body, you'll see transformation like never before. But this isn't some generic advice. It's the foundation of sustainable change. When you start feeding your body what it needs, when you give it the space to heal, grow, and thrive, the results aren't just physical. Your mind changes, your energy shifts, and suddenly, everything you thought you couldn't do starts to feel possible. Now imagine waking up every single day, not tired and sluggish, but energized and ready to take on the world. You walk into your day with clarity. Your mind is sharp, your body is strong. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional, taking one small step after another, every single day. Imagine how your life would change if you stopped looking for the next big thing and instead started focusing on the power of small, consistent actions. The truth is, the more you understand your body's real needs, the easier it becomes to make choices that support your long-term health. It's not about eliminating things or punishing yourself with extreme routines. It's about nourishing yourself, and here's the key. Once you begin to honor your body's needs in this way, you'll unlock an energy and vitality you didn't even know were possible. And I know you're wondering, is it really that simple? Yes, it is. The simple things, drinking enough water, getting sunlight, taking time to rest, and moving your body, these aren't just small steps. They're the foundation of a healthier life. They are the building blocks of the life you've been craving. And once you understand that, the complexity starts to fade away. It doesn't matter what anyone else tells you. It doesn't matter how many times you've been told that the path to health is difficult, confusing, or requires drastic measures. The truth is, you already have everything you need. You just have to start with the basics. Trust the process and start with what's simple. Take control of your health in a way that feels good. Start with the foundation. Start with the basics. And as you do, you'll unlock a version of yourself you've always wanted to be. The transformation won't just be physical. It will be deep, lasting, and it will change everything. The truth is, most of us complicate health without even realizing it. We look for the big hacks, the fast-track routes to success, and the shortcuts that promise to give us everything we want with little effort. But real change, lasting change, doesn't come from some quick fix. It comes from those small, seemingly insignificant habits that, when done consistently, compound into something extraordinary. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about focusing on one thing, making it a part of who you are, and letting that momentum drive you forward. The most powerful health hacks are often the simplest. We think of health in terms of complicated routines, hours at the gym, restrictive diets, and endless supplements. But in reality, health is built in the quiet moments. It's in the small decisions you make every day. What if, instead of trying to overhaul everything, you started by doing just one thing today that will move you closer to the person you want to become? Imagine for a moment waking up just 10 minutes earlier tomorrow, not to rush out the door or squeeze in a rushed breakfast, but to take time for yourself. You could spend those 10 minutes stretching, breathing deeply, or even just sitting in silence, setting an intention for the day. Now, this might sound insignificant, but studies show that how you start your day influences everything that follows. These 10 minutes could be the difference between rushing through life and living with intention. It's small, but when you do it every day, it becomes your foundation. And the power of consistency is something that transforms lives. It's not about adding more to your plate. It's about simplifying. The small things, like taking a walk after dinner, drinking more water, or getting outside for even 15 minutes of sunlight, can reset your entire energy. These aren't just nice ideas. They're scientifically backed strategies that, when practiced regularly, begin to change the way your body functions. It's a shift in mindset. Less is more. Think about the most successful people you know, not just in terms of their career or wealth, but in terms of their health and well-being. They're not obsessing over the next fad. They're focusing on the basics, and those basics add up over time. The people who are truly thriving in their health have one thing in common. They've mastered the art of consistency. They know that doing the little things, day after day, is the secret to achieving big results. One of the most powerful tools in your hands is your ability to create habits that work for you, not against you. And it's far easier than you think. Imagine for a moment how powerful you would feel if you started every day by drinking a full glass of water. Sounds simple, right? But when you do it consistently, you fuel your body the right way. You give it the hydration it needs, kickstart your metabolism, and set yourself up for success. What could you achieve if you started your mornings this way, feeling energized, focused, and ready to tackle whatever comes your way? The beauty of these small changes is that they don't demand your life to be perfect. They just require you to show up. Just show up every day and do the things that honor your body and mind. The more you do this, the more your body starts to respond, not because it's forced to, but because it's finally getting what it needs. The little victories, like choosing a healthy snack over junk food, or moving your body for 10 minutes when you're exhausted, they build up, and suddenly you're a different person. The momentum that builds from these small actions will begin to carry you to the next level. It's like a snowball that gathers more and more strength as it rolls forward, and before you know it, you'll be looking back amazed at how far you've come. These small steps also give you something far more valuable than physical transformation. They give you confidence. When you take consistent action, even in small ways, you prove to yourself that you're capable. You build trust with yourself, and that trust becomes the foundation for everything else you want to achieve. You see, the power of these small actions isn't just physical. It's mental. It's about strengthening your mind as much as your body. You're not just transforming your health, you're transforming your identity. Every time you choose something that's good for you, you reaffirm the kind of person you are becoming. You start to see yourself as someone who prioritizes their health, someone who understands that lasting success isn't about quick results. It's about becoming the type of person who shows up every day, even when it's hard. And when you start identifying with that person, nothing can stop you. But here's the key. Consistency is the secret ingredient. Not perfection. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be consistent. And consistency is what makes the magic happen. The beauty of this is that you can start right now, in this very moment. You don't need to wait for the right time or the perfect plan. Just start with one thing, one small, simple action that feels achievable. And when you do that, you begin to rewire your brain. You prove to yourself that you can do it. That feeling, the feeling of small wins stacking up, will drive you to keep going. And soon, your small actions will become second nature. So, no more waiting. No more overcomplicating things. Health doesn't have to be hard. It just needs you to take the first step. And once you do, the momentum will carry you forward. You'll see that when you focus on the simple things and make them consistent, the results are more powerful than you could have ever imagined. What you may not realize is that the real transformation happens when you stop focusing solely on the results and instead start paying attention to how you feel in the process. Health isn't just about looking better or losing weight. It's about feeling better in your body, mind, and soul. When you embrace the simple, everyday actions that fuel your well-being, you'll find that the rewards go far beyond just physical change. Your mood improves, your confidence soars, and your energy becomes limitless. The secret lies in making choices that nurture you from the inside out. You're not just building a healthy body, you're building a resilient mind. And that's what most people miss. Health isn't just the absence of illness or discomfort. It's about having the energy and strength to do what you want when you want. It's about waking up each day feeling like you have control, not just over your actions, but over your life. When you create these small, consistent habits, you're not just setting yourself up for short-term success, you're laying the foundation for lifelong health. The simple act of choosing to move your body daily, even if it's just for a few minutes, can alter the entire course of your life. It doesn't matter if it's a walk around the block or a few stretches in the morning. That action sends a signal to your brain that you are in control of your health, that you are taking charge of your destiny. Every time you choose to move, you're telling your body, I matter. You're proving to yourself that you are worth the effort. You may not see immediate changes in the mirror, but your body feels it. Your energy shifts, your mindset shifts, and this is where the magic happens. When you start to feel the effects of these small, intentional actions, you'll begin to crave them. It's no longer about forcing yourself to work out or drink water. It becomes a choice you want to make. It becomes who you are, because once you begin to feel better, you want to continue. You begin to realize that your health is not a task, it's a gift. It's a gift you give yourself every single day when you choose actions that nurture and strengthen you. This isn't about perfection. You'll have days when you don't feel like moving, when your energy is low, or when life throws obstacles in your path, but that's where resilience comes in. It's about getting back up every time. It's about showing up for yourself, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. Every small action compounds. And just like that, you start to build a life that is powered by consistency, resilience, and the belief that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. The more you commit to these simple habits, the more your body starts to work for you instead of against you. When you make your health a priority, when you take care of your body and mind with intention, the results are inevitable. They may not come overnight, but they will come. And when they do, they will be far more profound than you can imagine. You'll wake up one day and realize that you've become the person you've always wanted to be, not because you followed some extreme plan or rigid rule book, but because you made the choice to show up for yourself every single day. When you focus on the basics, the small, consistent actions, you unlock a level of confidence that no fad diet or quick fix can ever give you. That confidence doesn't come from losing 10 pounds or achieving a certain aesthetic. It comes from knowing that you've committed to something that is truly valuable: your health, your well-being, and your peace of mind. It's about waking up and knowing that you've already won the day by simply choosing to take care of yourself. And as you build this momentum, something extraordinary begins to happen. The small wins stack up, and suddenly you're able to tackle bigger challenges. It's like building a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Your mental resilience increases. A network error occurred. Please check your connection and try again. If this issue persists, please contact us through our help center at helpopenai.com. The more you build that mental resilience, the more you realize that the biggest obstacle to your success is not the lack of resources or opportunities, it's the stories you've been telling yourself. It's the belief that you can't do it, that it's too hard, or that you're not worthy of the transformation you desire. But here's the truth. Those stories are just that, stories. And stories can be rewritten. The moment you decide to challenge those limiting beliefs, you step into a new level of power. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the creator of your own life. This shift is where true transformation begins. When you start to take control over the small actions that shape your health, you begin to take control over your life. You're no longer waiting for motivation to strike, you're creating it from within. Motivation's not something that comes from an external source. It comes from you, from the commitment to yourself, from the dedication to show up every day, no matter how small the action. That's the power you hold. It's important to recognize that growth isn't linear. Some days will feel like massive wins, and other days might feel like setbacks. But that's the beauty of this journey. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And progress, no matter how slow it may seem, is still progress. Each step you take, even the small ones, is a victory. The key is to keep taking steps. Keep showing up. Keep doing what you know is good for you. Your body, your mind, and your spirit will thank you. The more you make those small daily decisions, the stronger you become. You'll notice changes that go beyond just your physical appearance. You'll feel more connected to yourself, more grounded in your purpose, and more energized to take on the challenges that come your way. You'll start to see health not as something to achieve, but as something to nurture and cherish. It becomes a part of who you are, not something you have to chase or strive for. The key is in your consistency and your belief in yourself. When you invest in your health in this way, through simple, consistent habits, you are building something far more valuable than just a fit body or a healthy mind. You're building trust with yourself. You're proving to yourself that you are worth the effort. And that, my friend, is the most empowering thing you can do. When you trust yourself, when you show up for yourself, you become unstoppable. There is nothing more powerful than a person who believes in their ability to change, to grow, and to create the life they want. And that belief, that inner strength, is what will carry you through the tough times. Life is never going to be free of challenges, but with each small victory, with each small action you take towards better health, you are building a foundation of resilience that will support you when life gets hard. You'll handle stress better, you'll bounce back from setbacks faster, and you'll approach every obstacle with the confidence that you can overcome it. This isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about having the mental and physical strength to rise above them. That's the kind of power you are cultivating when you make these small, simple choices. You're not just strengthening your body, you're strengthening your mind, your spirit, and your entire being. You are becoming a person who takes action, who shows up, and who creates their own path. You're not waiting for life to happen to you, you are happening to life. And here's the beautiful thing, this isn't just about achieving some far-off goal. This journey, these small actions, these consistent habits, they're about becoming the person you were always meant to be. The person who values their health, the person who shows up for themselves day after day, the person who understands that every small action adds up. And that's how real, lasting transformation occurs. Imagine a life where you are consistently making choices that nurture you, not because you have to, but because you want to, because you know that every step you take is a step towards becoming the strongest, most powerful version of yourself. You begin to see health not as something to attain, but as something to embrace and cherish. And when you start to embrace your health, your entire life transforms. That is the power you hold within you. It's the power to create the life you've always wanted simply by showing up and doing the small, consistent things that honor your body and mind. When you make health a priority, when you take control of your choices, You become the person you've always wanted to be, and that person is unstoppable.